Way Melissa Travel, a 50 plus couple sharing our adventures in budget travel. Are you looking for the best budget friendly carry on luggage that's lightweight, easy to maneuver, and a great alternative to a backpack? This Verage Spinner might be the perfect fit. Whether you're a senior traveler, have mobility concerns, or just prefer rolling luggage over carrying a backpack, this bag makes travel simple and stress free. It's affordable, lightweight, it rolls smoothly through the airport, and it's perfect for budget travel. I have found that the only thing better than four wheels is eight wheels. If you haven't given spinner luggage a try, I would really recommend testing it out. It rolls so easily through the airport, through hotels, down the street. It makes traveling so much easier to have eight wheels working for you instead of two or four. Stick around to the end and I will give you the measurements and the weight of this bag. It has a sturdy handle. It glides up and down very easily. The scarf that's on the handle, that is my addition just to make it a little extra. And I did put wheel covers on this just to keep my wheels clean as I go through different airports. That's totally a personality thing. It has a luggage pass through, so if you want to set this on top of a larger piece of luggage, you can do so easily. There's two side pockets. One is a slash pocket, so great for boarding passes. The other is a zippered pocket, so it's great for electronics or passports and stuff like that. I'm going to show you how I pack this for 4 days. There is a 3/4 length sleeve shirt. I'm using a compression packing cube. This is a tank top. I will have a bathing suit, a pair of board shorts, a pair of pajamas, a travel dress, socks, underwear, and my warming and cooling blanket. I travel with merino wool even in the summer. The short sleeve shirt there, the purple, that is a merino wool shirt, and some linen shorts. Summer's easy for budget travel because everything weighs so much less than bulky sweaters and things you travel with in the winter. There is my warming and cooling blanket, and I'll just throw my undergarments in here. Even though I do pack with compression packing cubes, I do try not to overstuff them. If you overstuff a compression packing cube, once you have zipped that second compressing zipper, you will get the wonkiest shapes. It won't be flat, it won't be a rectangle, it'll just be this blob, and it's very challenging to pack a blob. So use the compression cubes to pack more efficiently for sure, but do not overpack. I like to travel with certain comfort items. My cooling and warming blanket. I also like to take a pair of flip-flops. I will usually pick some up at the Dollar Tree. And I also like to travel with slippers, either ones that I have received from a resort, or again, I will go to Dollar Tree and get some. When you are packing these types of suitcases with the interior handles, the spaces in between the handles, those are optimal places to pack things like shoes or rolled up pants. I usually pack my travel utensils, my hair tools, things that will slide right into those spaces. A lot of people I have noticed have been unzipping this lining and packing behind the lining against the frame. I would not recommend doing that. If you put too much pressure on that frame, you will have difficulty in raising and lowering your luggage handle. So I wouldn't recommend that. So once I fill the bottom, then I start laying things that are flat. So I'm building a base. I'm using every inch of space. This is my dry bag. I use that to put, like, if I have a swimsuit that didn't quite dry all the way, it's a good place. It's a good thing to have a dry bag for things like that. Put my packing cube in there. And then I will just start filling in the gaps with other things. This is my small toiletry kit. I picked this up at TJ Maxx years ago. It is a hanging toiletry kit. I prefer a hanging toiletry kit over a countertop kit only because it's easier to work out of a hanging bag than it is one on the counter, and counter space is so precious in some hotels. So and it gets wet and things like that, so I don't prefer countertop. I also like to travel with a suction cup that has a hook attached to it, so I will put that on the mirror or on the shower door, the exterior of the shower, and I will hang my travel toiletry kit on that. Because I'm traveling budget travel, everything has to fit in my bag. I can't have my suitcase and a purse or fanny pack. So you see, I saved space so I could put the fanny pack inside this bag. Really no big deal once you get past the gate agent and you're on the jetway waiting to get into your seat. I just go ahead and remove my belt bag and put it on before I get to my seat. I always travel with one of these canvas totes. I find that anywhere I go for sightseeing or touring, they always sell a canvas tote. So it's a great way to have a souvenir that doesn't take up a lot of room and you can use it. I use it to do like farmers market shopping, um, taking a picnic lunch, things like that when I travel, and they don't weigh much and they pack very flat. Downy wrinkle releasing spray keeps falling. I use that religiously. I hang everything up as soon as I get to my accommodations and I spray it with the Downy wrinkle releaser. And by the time I'm ready to go, it all the wrinkles are out of everything. So that is my iPad. I'm putting that in the front because it's the padded space for that. And then I always travel with a journal and a pen. And it's just a pocket journal that I make simple notes in. What did I love about this accommodation? What was great about this airport? Ooh, I forgot that. Oh, next time I'm here, I need to pick this up. I need to tell so and so that they would love to come here because of this or that. So I just take notes on everything. I do love the blue interior lining. I just think it's so nice to have something different than black because everything pops off of that navy blue. And so I will put all of my electronics in this side pocket to make it easier to get to when I'm sitting at the airport, when I'm sitting on the plane. I like to pack in categories so I know even if there's not a lot of light inside the airline, I know exactly where my stuff is because I always put it in the same space. I have really enjoyed this Verage spinner. It's under $100. It goes on budget airlines, and I've also found that once I'm on the plane, I can put it in the overhead if there's space. I don't take overhead space if everyone is not on the plane yet because I don't want to take up a spot that someone has paid for. I don't pay for my luggage to come on. I always take whatever the personal item allowance is. So that's something I always check before I even pack for the trip is I make sure I stay within the guidelines of the airline's personal item. I always measure. I measure after I pack because sometimes you will have some pressure put on the outside. It'll expand a little bit. And so I just want to make sure I'm within the guidelines. I really hope that you enjoy this. I know you're going to love this luggage. So if you give it a try, please let me know. I'll put the links down below. Thank you for using our links. We appreciate you sticking with us to the end of this video. We share travel tips, packing videos, and tools for navigating the points and miles ecosystem. If this interests you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out. Have a great day, and we will see you next time.